Someone DM'd us the other day. I love your podcast, bro. But what does RNA mean? And then I was like, bro, have you been listening? Because
how much you love that podcast?
Yeah, how much you love us, though.
Real Negro Alliance, isn't it?
I responded. I said, yeah, real
Negro Association
Alliance.
That's one thing I've got this year. We've had a lot of I felt a lot more engagement with our listenership. Innit?
Oh yeah,
we're very
100%.
interactive. What's it been like for you guys?
They need us. We're key workers.
Love that.
We're key workers.
We send them out to cut for us every Sunday, 12 o'clock.
Alright, the government
on your release day, everyone's outside.
The government are arseholes, bruv. Man said clap for the NHS.
I want to say that I'm very proud of you, lot, man, in regards to like where the pod's gone.
Oh,
in relation
leaps
to
and
like,
bounds, man.
like the visual side of YouTube. You've really like, you lot are standing on your own 2 feet over there, and I've clocked that everyone's recognising it.
Yeah,
it's a shock because there may have been a time they might have been a bit slow to collaborate and that.
Yeah.
Now it's undeniable.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to turn off. I'm a fan of podcasts across the board. So I know my mind might seem crazy to some people, but I see things and I just call it for what it is. Nigga wasn't picking up the phone a little while ago, but it's lit now, so you're picking up the phone.
Oh, speak on it, King.
No, this is how I am. I see it for how I see it, bro.
Do you know what?
All I'm gonna say is I was early on there.
Do you guys like, as you're getting bigger, obviously, like, does it change how you interact with people that are reaching out?
Hell yeah, peasants. No,
as you can see, vagabonds. We are the podcast of the people.
I'm playing. No, but the thing is, a lot of the interaction is missed now because we're not outside.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot when you was outside and you got a chance to like really feel when someone says, "Oh, like, I love your pod." You don't get that as much. Like, but 100%, like, man still just interacts. People will respond and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you responded." Like, bro,
my phone was in my hand, bro.
I'm human. But then it makes me think, do people actually get to a certain level and they're just like, "Fuck that, man, I ain't responding."
I believe people do. I believe
also
people do things based off
where
what the other person is doing.
How do you mean?
No, so like, so if I was just starting up, and obviously I shot for the stars and I hollered at you, man. You might look at what I'm doing and like, they're not big enough, they're not worth my time. I feel like
that's
there's
valid,
a lot of people do that.
That's valid.
Is that a conversation you're comfortable having on air, though?
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm 100%. Because
I've applied to everyone unless it's a shit question.
There's a lot of shit questions.
And one time someone emailed me, and I replied, and then he was, I think he said something like, I thought you didn't like questions. I said, I'm not doing it then.
So why are you asking me then?
And then he was like, sorry. So I was going to do it. Like, I was just seeing, okay, what are you going to say next? Now that I've said I'm not doing it. But you got that
person's kind of banter, showing that
I know, he was, innit?
But don't be
Do
that.
you know why?
Because
I was already in a bad mood. So you've risked it. I'm already in a bad mood. You know.
But I like a risk taker though. Because that's banter where like it could go
left. I thought you don't like questions.
I was always going to answer the questions, innit?
Okay, yeah.
But now you did that. Now I might not be on it. So let me see how you respond. But
I'm not the best,
anyway.
with responding to people. I'll just say that now.
And I will say in his defense, Vans be missing my messages bare times, bro.
I'm shit.
So think about how he treats me.
One day I went into the Twitter request.
I phoned Vans unnecessary for stuff like could be a text conversation just to make sure that you remember we had this chat. I went to say, yo, listen, they send the email, respond, let's do this.
Sometimes I see it, but I can't respond right now.
Yeah.
Put my phone down
and that's
then
it.
I forget.
That's it. It's gone. It don't exist anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
It's more dangerous if I decide to switch off all of my notifications. When I do that, gone.
You actually think no one's following it?
Gone.
100%. Fam.
I just FaceTime Vans out the blue sometimes. Nigga, where you at, man?
Do you know what my issue is?
We've got shit to do on Thursday.
My issue is, with WhatsApp, my issue is, if I go into a conversation right now and then I lock my phone, if I open it up and I'm in that conversation and it's popping again, I'm going to respond to that and then lock my phone again. Yeah. These times, if I was to go to the home page,
you'll see other
five
messages.
Niggas is messaging me. Yeah. I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
You won't see me online too. I'm online, but I haven't seen the message.
And that's the disrespect. You see a man online, but you don't know what he's got on his other end.
Yeah,
I'm saying the nigga answer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm beefing someone right now, man.
Like, to the other person, it looks mad, innit?
It looks crazy.
And especially like, let's say if you send a DM, it says a scene in the bottom, innit? Like that the other person is.
I love the
it.
request section.
So it's like, rah.
Brilliant.
The request is dangerous though.
Because you can just look at it and be like, I'm going to get back. But me,
sometimes I forget.
I swipe it as I'm
But I feel like if we are aware that we have a problem, and it might not be a massive one, If you're aware of it,
accountable thing.
no, just address it though. Because what it is, because on the other end,
I don't want to.
You know,
this
it felt like when
to.
you were starting out. When you were starting out, and you may have wanted to reach out. Because for a lot of people, it takes a lot for them to reach out. And I always say, respect the curve. Respect the yes, so much you respect the no.
Yeah.
You know, but just remember it was like on the other end, as God willing, a lot of us are growing and getting different spaces.
Me, I have no shame nowadays.
Yeah.
If you don't respond,
I've never had shame.
These last 35 days, we've probably done 15 appearances here and there.
You lot been working.
That takes away from our time with our families.
Of course. Yeah.
It does.
My girlfriend's been angry.
It does.
It's going to cost you.
I've had Bear Crisp in the car these days.
You lot better be eating ass to redeem yourselves.
But you know what? Yeah,
the ass Avengers.
I was going to like obviously I'm looking for like a new barber up them sides where I'm living now, and then I came to him and I went there. Apparently, I think I booked it on the wrong date, so I came there. I was like, "What are you saying? I'm in 7:30." He said, "Nah, you're not here. Like this is the time that you're supposed to be in on a different day." And then he was like, "I normally do a favor, but I do that once a day, and I've already given that favor out." And I like that process because he's being selfish with his time as well as still giving a bit.
My barber's like that as well.
There's times where I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, I'm down for collaborating. Then there's times where I'm like, I don't want to collaborate right now. It's not because you're this, you're that. Sometimes I just don't want to do something right now. So I think it's just it's fair on yourself to give yourself when you want to.
And when you are right,
but
you
give yourself that.
No, the family thing is real, bro. It's like, don't get twisted. I have another end as well. Like, we very much have our routine. We're here, and people are very understanding outside of that. But like, bro, there's bare concerts man's missed on a Tuesday because we record. Like, some things have to give, and you start realizing like, I can't like have my peoples miss out on me because of this thing. It's very important. I love our listenership. Growing our audience is fantastic, but you have to do a bit and give and take. So it's like, okay, cool. If this is your routine, then this is like a self drag to me. I can be bad sometimes in the house where like I just have my phone in my hand. I'm not present in it. So I'm trying to work harder and just like. Once Thursday's done, the podcast is out, whether you lot flog us online or not, it's out. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, babes, you got my time. Let's, a bit of balance in it. So
trust me, man.
Like, some people record on the same day as us. I can't move what we're doing.
No, it's impossible.
Because then when are we supposed to do ours? But we would have done a lot more if it wasn't Corona.
I love being out. I love.
No, that's one thing. I do like that. I've noticed a lot more of us are collaborating. That's very good. But I don't want to just be at like a certain level, innit?
No, 100%.
Like there are other people that if they reach out to you and you're still allowed to not do anything. You don't have to answer any questions. But
I'm allowed to say no.
But we've all grown together. So we're allowed. Not that it's cliquey, but we're allowed to just say, "Oh, I'm only going here." I'm only we grew. We all started 5 years ago.
Perception's a motherfucker as well, because like. It gets looked at a certain way when it's the same, and I think a lot of us here are like, it's the favourites are like seeing us together, but it is nice. Like I saw you guys, you did the M-Word podcast, and they work at hand, and I've not had a chance to really tune into those girls, but I'm seeing good reviews from them, and it's dope, innit?
They've been putting in work.
And like, I don't care whether you've got 100 listeners or not. That may play a part to some people, but like, it's the content good. And
I also know that I'm gonna get a different experience going to the M-Word than I am going somewhere where they look much more like.
Because like you're saying, with the maybe clicky thing is. You kind of know what to expect. Like we didn't really send like a docket what we're going to talk about today.
No,
we know what we've got
We've done a collection of 5-6 episodes.
We've done quite a lot of crossovers, isn't it? So, but like I said, it is nice to be around some new energy. Like this year, we've connected with Black Girls Living.
And
they're super sweet, super dope. Like I would employ you to go on there as well. So just tap into some new energy and like they don't need no help. They're them guys.
They're
fine.
But it's just nice to cross over.
I am on that vibe of there is a degree of I've always said like sometimes make yourself scarce. Like you don't have to be everywhere. Because that also takes from your value. And also
I don't want to go places where they're here today and gone tomorrow. Like I need to see that.
I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, like let's look at Off the Cuff, look at 90s Baby Show, blah blah blah. Let's try and get them in right now because we're just starting off. You don't understand everything yet.
That's not how it works.
It might not even benefit you as much now. It might benefit you later, and then it benefits you when it benefits me as well. Sometimes let's make this a sense of
artists collaborate at a certain time.
Do you get what I'm saying? And it's not a sense of you're rubbish. Sometimes I just want to see, are you even going to be consistent? Am I going to do this whole episode?
Let's not do like. Do you care that much? You just want me to
know what I'm saying?
And I'm not against it. You want something face on for views.
Have you even thought of the dynamics of our conversation?
Exactly. And just like how Fred was saying, like we all grew up together. Like we've been doing this 5 years plus. Do you know what I'm saying?
Our listeners, they're sitting there sucking their own dicks.
Nah, not even. Not even. But the
Listen,
thing
Cox
is,
getting grabbed on the back.
I love my RLA listeners. They don't care about our feelings. They'll be like, fuck you, lot.
you're mad, by the way.
Full circle.
We're professionals.
But I'm saying is the fact that it's not our first rodeo. So we've had the opportunity to obtain a level of consistency.
100%.
So obviously we're going to look
To
like,
the people
at
that have done
like,
the same,
are you doing the same?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
for us to where we are now to come onto your thing, we need to see that you've got consistency. Because
Yeah.
100%.
if you're one of them podcasts that start today and then you don't
unless
you
you're
know,
my friend, I'm not
you're
coming
not
on
here
your
the next
first
day.
ever episode. That doesn't.
Nah, man, I want to wait. Even then, I just want to see like, are you just consistent.
Yeah.
I'll share a story. We joked about it before. They won't mind us saying we said it like on their podcast or maybe when they're here. Like, meet us after 7. Vans, you know Gene Frizz, if like uni times, like
I've
mutual
known
friends.
Gene. I've known Gene for quite a few years.
And there was a period,
before the pod.
there was a time when she had like management. I don't like the situation is now, but like he'd either hit her up directly or indirectly, but it was like the response like, you have to go for my manager. Man could have taken that as a diss. We went there, we joked about it, but it's not. That's where I'm at right now. We have like a protocol in it. Just got to respect certain things, and that's.
Are you not going to get management?
I don't really need it right now, to be honest with you. Like we're working and working. It would be nice. It would be nice if we had someone involved that maybe just made like take
some
took of
other
admin,
thing, and you can just be
that just
talent,
allows me
innit?
to maybe.
But do you do enough on your own? Like, do you send those emails out to brands? Are you getting those out yet?
Yeah,
do you have a deck?
we've been better in the last 2 months with regards to that.
Yeah,
You got-
I mean,
but
I
I will
can't
say
say
honestly-
that I dedicate time to
do that.
doing
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
like on a regular basis. Do you know like what it means to actually work?
Sometimes
so when you
see
have
niggas
someone
in
that,
drip.
so when you have, so you know,
So
when
I
you,
want some.
yeah, you know when you got
No, I
someone
was here
that,
shouting about send me hoodie. Have I sent email?
exactly.
Listen,
Like-
this is a podcast. Shit, send me some shit, bro.
Yeah,
Man, think that's enough, you know. I send
Yeah,
me something.
hey, send me
But
some
the thing
shit,
is
bro.
that
Someone
you've
feel
got
inspired.
someone that has a job to do. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm on the mic, innit? Podcaster.
You're the talent.
But then if you've got someone that is dedicated to doing one job, of course they're gonna sit there all day and send out emails.
Do you have rates?
Yeah, we got it.
Like
We got some stuff. We got stuff in place.
we've got a few rates, but in terms of like
A set in place.
a set in place, or for example, if we were to get a manager, we had someone that was working with us a few years ago.
And they did a fair little bit of us exposure.
in a small space of time that they were working with us, they were like, you need to be a bit more consistent in your social media. I'm gonna send out emails for you to brands and stuff, and you know, she got a few things done for us. So it kind of like
Shout out to her, man. She did.
Nikita, shouts to Nikita. She you know, she kind of set the pace of what we need to do, because sometimes on our Insta account it was sporadic. It wasn't like as consistent as it is
you lot are
now.
very consistent. No?
And like a lot of that goes to Fols, like, because he's relentless with it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go be Vans
like,
and
you
show
know,
up.
I mean,
My presence is a present.
Ronaldinho and
editing,
Gattuso.
like, you know, like
Man's
I
got
work
me doing fucking Gravison. I'm in build.
I work more so on
Making
like,
these
you know,
niggas look
like,
good.
For a lot of it, we were recording from home, so
Yeah, to his credit, Van was doing a lot of the audio stuff.
a lot of the audio stuff and
Yeah.
the art that we release every week.
Yeah.
You know, on the Photoshop, I handled that stuff.
Oh, you
I
actually
send
be
it
on
through.
Photoshop? That's cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, you know, we put in work, but sometimes it'll be nice to lay some of the responsibility on.
Because sometimes I
that
feel like,
set person.
being honest, being like really transparent, man, we've gone through periods of this year where we're just kind of rolling with the punches. So you know we turn up on Tuesday, whether that's at home or here. So that part of it, it's almost routine. That's just normal.
Yeah.
And me and him will just vibe and we'll chat whether we've had a set like show planned out. Sometimes I love the structure. Sometimes I love when we don't, and we just there's nothing.
Just let it fly.
Because
Yeah.
then I feel like people are
Hence our name.
listen for our POV on like topical stuff. They're just interested in what we're doing, how we're feeling this week, innit?
Yeah.
So it's always nice to kind of give a bit more of an insight into what we're doing. But yeah, it can be a gift and a curse, because when you just roll the punches, just enjoying it and going through the process. To answer your question, I feel like this is me speaking. I feel like we'll get management when it's right, but I don't feel like we need it right now, because there's still a lot more stuff we can do on our own, even in regards to like probably being more proactive than reactive. With
Do
stuff
you feel like you would do it on your own though? Because you know there's a lot that you can do in this world, but would you?
What do you mean? Say that again, sorry.
Like there's a lot that you could do, but would you actually go out and be like, let me dedicate time to send those emails? Because sometimes man's just not that way inclined.
No,
fam.
that
you know what I'm
to
saying?
specific example,
Sometimes it's just shit.
feel
I
like
don't
could
want to do
The
that.
other stuff maybe like trying to, outside of like email for brand deals, actually trying to go and sit down and do meetings. And I feel like I've been be a bit more informed information wise to go and have like a, let's say like you are, where you're getting bigger and maybe the opportunity for a deal is there, not just sponsored posts for next month or have some branding on the YouTube stuff. Like actually, cool, we're gonna maybe move our content to your DSP. That type of conversation, I want to be a bit more informed because I don't want to go in there blind and
make the wrong decision,
shoot myself in the foot, or go in there too arrogant and now I've set myself at a mad price and figure this nigga crazy. So